You guys may have heard of Pokemon Legends Arceus, but just in case you haven't, Pokemon Legends Arceus is a new Pokemon game that looks crazy. It's supposed to be an open world game where you can take any Pokemon you want from its mother, and if you want, you can kill the Pokemon's parents to break its spirit so that it has no choice but to be compressed by a Pokeball in your pocket. And golly, do we have some cool entries this time. Join us as we count down the top 10 Pokemon Arceus leaks. Number 10. Ethnic Conflict. The bubbling ethnic conflict in Pokemon has always been clear to avid fans of the franchise, but it seems like in Pokemon Legends Arceus, the ethnic strife inherent in the world of Pokemon will finally bubble over into a full-blown war. What's so great about this ethnic conflict, though, is that because they can fight with Pokemon, the black characters only fight with dark-type Pokemon. I can't wait to see how many references to real-life ethnic conflicts they can fit into the game. For example, what if Bosnian Muslims are represented by Mr. Bagon, and Bosnian Serbs are represented by Charmander, so he can light the Bagon on fire, just like they did in Sarajevo. Number 9. Among Us and Pokemon? One of the best parts of every new Pokemon game is seeing who the new Pokemon are. They always add about 100 too many, so that the game is horrifically balanced, and they just try to build hype around how many new Pokemon they are, so that dumb kids will convince their parents to buy the game. This year, however, every new Pokemon has leaked, and they're all the imposter from Among Us. Guys, this is not a joke. You can literally catch the imposter in a Pokeball, and he will shrink whatever Pokemon he is against, and he will shank them, guys. He will shrink and shank. You guys might think that a knife isn't a very good weapon in Pokemon, but the reality is he could cut an artery and cause the Pokemon to slowly bleed out, and the owner wouldn't even be able to heal it. The Pokemon will just die slowly as everyone watching weeps for the senseless loss of life. Number 8. The Iraq War is no longer canon? This leak is going to piss off a lot of longtime fans of the franchise who love the fact that canonically, the United States and Pokemon invaded Iraq. Unfortunately, Nintendo has decided to retcon the Iraq War in the canon of the Pokemon franchise. Now, canonically, Iraq acquired weapons of mass destruction and actually destroyed Israel with a nuclear explosive, functionally eradicating Judaism from the face of the earth. In retaliation, the United States led a coalition that executed every Iraqi citizen. This was a pretty bold move by Nintendo, but in a lot of ways, I support their rewriting of history. If only I could live in the Pokemon world. Number 7. Pikachu uses SelfDestruct? This leak has pretty much been confirmed by the Twitter account of Nintendo. In the story of the new Pokemon game, Pikachu will use self-destruct up inside of a middle school as part of his relentless support for a new jihad. That's right, Pikachu is actually Muslim. A lot of people didn't know this, but Pikachu's classic saying of Pika Pika is a translation of the Muslim saying As-salam alaikum. But what we didn't expect in this game was that Pikachu would become so radicalized that he'd be willing to fight dozens of innocent children inside of a middle school. Number 6. Organized religion. Religion has always been a touchy subject in the Pokemon world, because a few Pokemon are quasi-deities in terms of their ability to manipulate time, space, and creation itself. As a result, what is the role of organized religion in a world where these Pokemon are functional gods? Well, Nintendo is trying to settle this debate in the new Pokemon game, where they have explicitly said, organized religion only exists in the Pokemon universe to groom children in a horrifying human trafficking scheme. As a result, the church members only use Psychic-type Pokemon to recruit new children into their cabal. At least Pokemon hasn't strayed too far from reality with this story development. Number 5. The main character has a dad? Notoriously, the main character of every Pokemon game has been born out of wedlock, and it's always been difficult to tell whether the child was a result of a divine conception or not. But in the new Pokemon game, the main character is actually half Pokemon, if you catch my drift. I didn't realize that Pokemon and humans had similar genetic codes, but I guess some humanoid Pokemon could have the correct number of chromosomes. However, I can only imagine the horrific malformities that will arise from being half person, half Pokemon. This reminds me of when I found my half-brother in the attic. My dad had hidden up there. He had hidden him up there and chained him to the wall to keep him from escaping because of his horrific genetic defects that made him so scary to look at and a danger to society. It turned out that his mother also lived in the attic, who was my dad's girlfriend, until she died from lack of medical care while giving birth. Unfortunately, when my mom found out about my dad's girlfriend, my mom went missing and hasn't been found by the authorities. Luckily, my half-brother is still having fun playing in the attic, even though the door up there is locked shut by my dad now. Number 4. The main character is 15? The main character has been revealed to be 15 in the game, which is crazy because many Pokemon YouTubers won't be able to play with this character. They exclusively play with kids who are under the age of 12, which is why they love Pokemon so much. I don't want to get into details too much, but Decadura and Mudkip Mama both prefer to play with children far younger than the age of the main character of this game. As a result, I fear that this game may have the lowest sales of any Pokemon game yet, because so much of their fanbase prefers the characters to be younger. Number 3. Massive Pokemon. While everyone loves Pokemon that are the size of a human, Nintendo has decided to go a very different direction, with some of the Pokemon being over 30 feet tall. I don't know why they did this, but it's likely connected with 9/11's canonical origins in Pokemon, where a Voltorb self-destructed inside the World Trade Center. A lot of people were doubting that a 5-pound Pokemon could do that. So, an interesting detail is that this Voltorb inside the Pokemon was actually Jewish and was trying to provoke a false flag attack from the United States on Israeli enemies. Pretty similar to what happened in real life, huh? Number 2. Bioaccumulation. I think it's pretty clear that the adults in the Pokemon universe have serious mental incapacitations. On every game, a literal child is able to one-shot every Pokemon trainer without even trying, despite the fact that these trainers have been preparing every day for years. As a result, Nintendo was feeling the pressure from the fans and decided to confirm that there is a lead and mercury in the tap water, resulting in severe intellectual disabilities for everyone over the age of 17. Much like in Flint, Michigan, the runoff of chemical plants has resulted in the drinkable water of the cities in Pokemon becoming flush with Legionnaire's disease, causing fever, shortness of breath, nausea, and vomiting from drinking water containing the Legionella bacteria. While rich individuals in the Pokemon universe had the capital to fund infrastructure movements, in a Malthusian twist, they wanted to decrease the number of citizens in the cities without outright murdering them. Okay guys, before we get to number 1, can we smash that like button and subscribe? And press the bell button, or Pikachu will blow up your school, and the Iraq War will happen in real life. Okay guys, it's time. Number 1, gladiatorial combat. An interesting thing about Pokemon battles in this universe is that even if you lose, your Pokemon doesn't die. This all changes in Pokemon Legend, Arceus, where there are public fights, where Pokemon actually fight to the death. This public display of bloodshed acts as a cathartic event to publicly display and externalize the innate human desire for violence in a public arena, and display the rather private times of violence, like beating your wife and children. As a result, President of the Pokemon region actually gets to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to the character about whether the opposing Pokemon should, in fact, die. Given the way that the Roman Colosseum is, this Poke Colosseum will limit domestic violence and keep invasion Pokemon species. It will keep the invasive species population in the Pokemon world in check. I cannot wait to satisfy my bloodlust by curb-stomping low-level Pokemon into Poke Oblivion in a horrible blood sport akin to dog or cockfighting. Be sure to comment your favorite number. Today's fan comment of the day is 7. Be sure to tell our team what you think for a chance to be in our next video. And remember, smash that like, hit that bell, and sub to us for the best top 10s you'll never be able to believe. And if you're still watching, comment Iraq War to show you're a true fan. And remember, when you need a top 10 list, best top 10s is your best bet. Thanks for watching.